Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm excited to talk to you guys about Racket Fury on the PlayStation VR2. It's the only table tennis game that finally now has a version of it on the PlayStation VR2. I'm really excited. I'm a huge table tennis fan. I played 11 table tennis on the Quest for years now, and having something that I can play on the PlayStation VR2, this was also a game that originally was on the Quest as well. It is awesome that we finally got a game like this on the platform. But there is some controversy with this game that we're going to talk about in this, gameplay and review, and some good stuff and some bad stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get into it and see where this game lands. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
PlayStation.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Racket Fury on the PlayStation VR2. I wanted to showcase this game to you guys. We are here. I'm excited to finally have a ping pong game here on the PlayStation VR2. I play ping pong on the Quest all the time because I play 11 table tennis on there. So you guys are going to hear me reference 11 table tennis throughout this video because that's the one I've played this whole entire time. Now 11 table tennis is not the game that's available here on the PlayStation VR2, so we have this one here, Racket Fury, which I have played on the Quest, and it was really good, and it has a different feel to what 11 table tennis was, and they have a little bit of different feature sets and stuff. But they're still ping pong at the end of the day, and a lot of people fell in love with 11 table tennis, so that's kind of the one that was easier to find people online, so that's usually the one I played on the Quest. But now, this being the only one on the PlayStation VR2 and taking advantage of the PlayStation VR2, I've been playing this for a while, and I definitely have some thoughts here on what I think about this game. And there are some things that are better on this than even 11 table tennis, so let's go ahead and dive into that. So we are here at the main menu, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the fact that this actually has like a campaign of sorts. Where you have a championship mode, and you can see here I've beaten the first one here, where you're kind of going through challenges, and different robots are coming up, and as you continue to play, they become harder and harder as you continue playing the game, which is really cool. So it gives you like a, an incentive, and you can see all the robots are different, and they definitely have some personality, which I really like while you're playing them, because they each look different, and they feel like you're actually playing I wouldn't say a real opponent because it's a robot, but just actually has some life to it, and it actually gives you a reason to play this game single player as opposed to, just playing against one random one AI practicing all the time, which is what 11 table tennis does, but not having a progression like going through the championship and stuff, which is cool. You also have practice mode here, so you can just play against any of the AIs that you beat in championship mode and just play against them. And then you also have workshops, so you can go ahead and customize your robot here by getting different body or mass or armor by just unlocking coins as you progress through the game and just play. Then you also got different sceneries. There's 3 different sceneries in the game. You got the gym that we're looking at right here. We got this one right here. So these are the 3 different sceneries that are in the game. So they definitely do have a higher resolution and higher look than what the Quest version of this game did. That's for sure. This game is actually running with no reprojection at 120 frames per second at native resolution too. So there's like no issues with that. It looks really, really good on here, and definitely looks a lot better than the Quest version did when I used to play this on the Quest version. So that's good with the scenery and stuff. We'll talk more about the scenery here in a little bit. Let me also have what I like about this game that the 11 table tennis doesn't, because their physics are what they are, which again are amazing. But here you actually have 2 different versions. You could do simulation or arcade, which is great, and then the leaderboards actually change depending on which version you're actually playing here. So I like that you can play either one, which is nice, and then you can also do, of course, quick match online, or you can play a friend directly as well. So let me first show you, so we can talk a little bit more about the game. Let's go ahead and play this opponent that I'm at right here. So here is the game right here. As you can tell, we are playing in arcade. So the physics of this are definitely really good, but they definitely feel very different than what I would say 11 table tennis is. I feel like you can get away with a little bit more on here, especially in the arcade mode. But even in the simulation, I feel like you can get away with a little bit more than what you could in 11 table tennis. But they're both really good and really good at simulating the sport for sure of ping pong, and it feels really good to play. But one of the things that makes me like this version on the PlayStation VR2 even better than what I would say I like about 11 table tennis is the haptic feedback. You wouldn't believe how much of a big deal this means, at least to me. And I would go into the settings really quickly right here and change the actual haptic strength because it's set to 1 to 2 because I think it feels better that way. But basically what happens is every time you hit the ball, it has a little subtle vibration that you can feel. And when you hit the ball like this, you can keep hitting it and you feel it in the controller. And it just makes the ping pong experience so much better. And of course it has haptic feedback with the 11 table tennis on the Quest, but the problem is that this is a lot stronger, and it just feels a lot more. Damn, that was a good shot, and a lot more natural and stuff. So you just don't get the same feeling as you do on here, which again, I think is really, really good, and just makes me want to play this version of ping pong so much more, just because of the haptic feedback. I'll be honest, it just feels really, really good to play, without a doubt, and that's what I'm really liking so far. And then of course there's also the fact that this is running at 120 frames a second, and it feels really good, and it looks really good in here too. So what I would say about the environments that are in here, these are the same environments that have been in the other version of the game for years now, because this game was on the Quest for a long time ago. And I would say that I can't wait to see them bring other new environments, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Because this game doesn't really... I mean, these environments look good, but they're not really heavily detailed because they were made for the Quest back in the day. Obviously not the Quest 3 or the PlayStation VR2 like we have now, where you can take more detail in. So right now, you know, you're not getting any crazy detail. And damn it. And I can't wait to see them, you know, do more environments that maybe have a lot more going on now that we have the horsepower to do it, for sure. But yeah, this is really fun. As you can tell, we're playing through here. I'll finish this match here and see if we can win one with him. Definitely gets a lot harder as you're playing through these opponents and stuff, but it gets really addicting to try and beat them. Ooh. Damn it. Yeah, this is a really, really good table tennis game. Now there has been a lot of controversy with this game, which we're going to talk about. I messed that up. I'm going to concentrate on this point real quick. See if we can win this. It's hard to play this and talk at the same time. All right. Let's try this up. Let's try and tie this up.
Interesting.
Oh, I tried to hit the corner and I missed.
Let's jump right into the second one.
All right, so that's first set. So yeah, one of the controversy that's going on with this game is the price that it basically launched at. And basically, this game was on the PlayStation VR1, and when it launched on there, it was $30. Or sorry, it was $20 when it launched on the PlayStation VR1 and the Quest and stuff. It was always a $20 game. For whatever reason, they decided to increase the price here to $30 instead. And on top of that, something else that they did that a lot of people are going crazy about is the fact that you have to now not pay the full price, even if there's no upgrade path. Like a lot of the games that are coming to PSVR2, you get like an upgrade path and you don't have to pay like the full price for the game. They give you a discount, maybe $10 to upgrade or something like that. But they cited reasons for why they couldn't do that. They said that, like, you know, the game was given away for free, even though it wasn't given away in the U.S. It was only given away in other countries and stuff, so they didn't know who got it for free and stuff like that, so they just couldn't do it. And then they cited that, you know, there was a lot of work put into the port and stuff like that took them over 6 months to port the game over here. All that kind of stuff. So those are the two controversial things that they've basically been talking about this whole time, that people have been going up in arms about. Now, as far as my opinion goes, I would say that the main problem with the game is the $30 price point, because they increased the price from 20 to 30, and nothing really changed as far as you know, new gameplay mechanics or anything. Obviously, it's still the same game. It's just running at 120 hertz. No reprojection, obviously at a higher resolution. It's running at the native resolution, so everything looks really good, and it's definitely a much better version than before. But there's no new content in the game. There's no new modes. The game is essentially the same. There's no more campaign, like, characters to play with or anything. Everything is the same. No more new levels or anything. So to increase the price $10 more doesn't really seem justified to me. If you brought the game out for $20 back in the day, because that's how much it cost for the development of the game, and it took you 6 months to port it over, then there's no reason to increase the price to $30. If you had new content and new modes, then that would be perfectly fine to me. So that's where I think they're struggling, and I think they really need to go back and obviously, you know, lower that back to where it used to be, in my opinion, and put it back to $20. That's step number one, in my opinion. Now, one of the other things that people are talking about as well is, of course, the other point I brought up, which is the fact that you now have to, you didn't get an upgrade path. Now, to me, this isn't as big of a deal, and I could let this go because I don't think every game needs to offer. I mean, obviously, I love it when we get free upgrades if you own the game on PlayStation VR1. But, you know, if some of these developers are smaller developers and stuff like that, if they're taking 6+ months, you know, to port the game over, they need to be paid for their efforts. They can't just offer a $5 upgrade all the time for their games, depending on how much work was put into it. So, even though I would want it, and it'd be awesome if they did it, and I can see why people would want it, I can look past that. I can say, that's fine, I'll pay you the $20 again, because I love the game so much, and you did a good job porting it over, and it runs super well, and it looks super nice, and the haptics and all that kind of stuff. So I would have been fine with that. It's the increase in price that's really not making much sense to me on how they came to that conclusion. And we are 8-7 here. Damn it. I should have knew he was going to smack that back. He always smacks that corner back. He never lets that first one go. There we go. 9-9. So as far as the controversy goes, that's what I think about it. I will say though, the game is definitely a lot of fun. Shit. 10-10. Got him.
The final set.
Got him. I don't know what
Who
happened to
will
him. He let me
prevail
get that
and make
one.
it through to the
He let me
final?
get that point. I forgot that we have another set now because we tied 1-1, unfortunately. But as you can tell, the game is obviously a lot of fun. I have no issue with the actual game here, and it is definitely a lot of fun to play, and it looks really good, and it makes me want to turn on, just like 11 table tennis makes me want to turn my Quest on to play table tennis, because I love this game so much. The fact that I can play against people and you know, always have somebody to play with online and play ping pong, because I used to have a real table in front of me and I got rid of it once VR came around, to be honest. You know, this makes me to basically turn on my PlayStation VR2 because it feels so good to play. I'm loving the haptics and everything that they did and how good everything looks in here and runs. Alright, so you can tell I'm definitely going to lose this game, considering he has match point. And there's my loss. Didn't do good that round. I was too caught up in the video. So, not getting anything from that. So, obviously you don't progress if you don't actually beat the other one. But, yeah, this is, like I said, that's the championship mode. Like I said, you can also play simulation. I'm going to go ahead and try to show you on the line. So, this is the second problem of the game right now. Which is just finding somebody else online to basically play against. Now the good thing is that you can see there's an East server, Australia, Asia, Europe, and it refreshes every time you obviously switch servers. And you can see how many people are online, and obviously you can see there's only one person online, and that's obviously me. So the good thing is that when you go into one of these matches here, you can just hit search in the background, which is good. And then you can basically go in and do something else. So, but the problem is that, as you can see, there's not usually a lot of people online. Alright. So here's our online match here, so you guys can see. And this is with, oh, that was terrible. This is with simulation physics on. So the other thing that you guys saw was arcade mode. That was terrible. This is my third online match in this game. Damn it.
Match point. Both feel the pressure of winning this game. Wow, we can't wait to see next match.
And then, of course, after you play, you see the sets that you get and the points that you get for the experience and all that kind of stuff that I told you. And then you can use those points for the workshop. So, like I said, the good thing is that if there is nobody online, you can obviously, you know, come online and just play in the background, and then you can go into practice mode, and then you can play against the AI and just kind of have fun while you're waiting for the opponent to basically you know, get in here and you'll see like on the side here, waiting for another opponent and stuff. So that would be the other issue with this game, is that they don't have crossplay, which is something that I wish they would add. Because they have the Quest version, they have the PC version, and this version, and they could very easily, you know, just add crossplay. I mean, not very easily, it takes some work, but they need to add it, because or else this game's going to die, because there's not a lot of people online, and that'd be a shame, because the game on the PlayStation VR2 feels really good, physics feel good, and like I said, it's a different feeling game compared to the other ping pong game, and I like them both for different reasons. So that's my review, guys, of Racket Fury on the PlayStation VR2, or my gameplay overview and stuff like that. My final thoughts on this are, if you're looking for a ping pong game on the PlayStation VR2 and you never bought the original, I think it's worth $30 just because I love ping pong so much and playing against other people online, even though be careful because there's not always people online to play because of what I already mentioned, that they're not being cross-play and stuff, so hopefully that's something that they add. But there is a championship mode to keep you entertained and go through higher and higher difficulties of these robots and stuff that feel like they actually have a personality, which I really like. You have the simulation in the arcade. You have the workshop to keep unlocking and customizing your character. Excuse me, so that actually gives you, you know, something to basically play for. The graphics look really good on here. You can definitely tell it's running at native resolution, no reprojection, all that kind of stuff. So it's a fantastic port. Their only issue, like I said, add crossplay. That'd be great. That's number one priority. Number two, drop the price to $20 where it should have always been. And that would make most people happy. And also, the third thing I would say is to add some more cool environments. And they actually said they are. Crossplay is apparently coming at some point, they said, in the Reddit thread that they have going on. And they also said that they're going to add new environments. And I hope that they are way more detailed to take advantage of what we have on the power side of the Quest 3 now and the PlayStation VR2. So I'm hoping to see that as well. But what's here is a lot of fun. Like I said, this is the only ping pong game on the PlayStation VR2, so it's the only option, but it is really good. It's just that we need some more players online, and we need that crossplay and stuff to really sink our teeth into this game. But I'm having a blast with the game. I love the haptics. That's what really sets it apart for me. That's more of how good the VR2 controllers for the PlayStation are, of how much better it makes the games feel. But I love the haptics in this one and how it feels when you hit the ball and stuff. It really makes you feel like you're playing ping pong more so than the Quest version does, when you're playing that game. So, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.